Jim Breuer.
Jim Breuer.
It's Jim Breuer.
Mike,
Dude.
look where we're at.
Dude.
We got a studio. Now, before anyone judges, don't we're not done. Mike put this all together, so we sound good now.
We sound great. You
sound
sound
good.
great. You sound amazing.
You got so excited when you heard my voice on here. You sounded like a kid when they first entered Disney World for the first time and they were sick. You're like, oh my God.
You ever
You were
see
so
those
jacked
videos on TikTok of like kids getting like the hearing aid implants, like, and they're hearing their parents for the first time? That's what I felt
Yes.
like hearing you.
I heard the joy. I heard your voice. So I just want to thank you, Mike, for Paul. I mean, you came here
Yep.
at this location
Mhm.
and you literally were like, okay, we need to go to Best Buy. I need this, and this. I already ordered this online. I looked at the room. Here we go. Tell you what, why don't you go home, go talk to your wife, go, your daughter, kind of go do what you got to do, go ready for that. And then when we're done, I'll come back, it'll be all ready. So, I mean, Mike, I was already excited by that, but you know when I really got excited?
Huh.
When we did the test run yesterday.
Oh yeah.
So for everyone, for all you guys listening, so, hey man, this is not my first life, like the podcast. Some people get so mad. Like, could you please be more professional? I heard that so much. I'm like, dude, you're tough to listen to. I like what you're saying, but it's really. I wish you get a real mic. Well, I got two real mics.
There you go.
Mike in the studio and Mike here.
Hey.
But I came up the stairs, and I saw the big screen.
Yep.
And I FaceTime Mike. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, Mike. He's like, hey, dude, how you doing? I'm like, listen, what do I do? He goes, okay. First, you're gonna open the package I got. like a mission from the CIA, how to teach a 56-year-old jackass that knows nothing about tech how to hook up for his own podcast. And you're like, okay, dude.
Yeah, we got it though. We got it.
And you stayed just the way you did. You sound like the whole time you made it calm. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was stressed out. I was so stressed out.
That's why I set
was
it
like,
up
oh
the
my
way I
God.
did. So you don't have to worry
This
about
is-
that. Just sit down
I-
and let me do everything.
I told everyone I was gonna be out of the closet. I'm finally out of the closet. For those of you just tuning in, very first time ever, I've been doing this in a closet for like the last 2 years. And now we're out of the closet. So this is amazing.
Hell yeah.
But thank you. And I came up the stairs and Mike goes, okay, plug in the microphone. See the headphones, plug in the microphone. Okay. Go to the computer and just turn it on. Here's your code. Okay. Go sit down. All right. Let me see. He goes, that's it. You just come in, you press that button, you do that, and oh my God, that's it.
And now a message from Pastor Howard.
Hi, Jim. This is Pastor Howard, Sheriff Chaplain from California. Just wanted to say again how much we enjoyed your show in Vegas when we went on our 45th wedding anniversary. You know, our drive to Vegas, we listened to about 3 hours of your stand-up performances, and we had to pull over several times due to laughing so hysterically we couldn't even see the road. So that show was a highlight of our weekend. We weren't able to see the Beatles show Love that you suggested, but we'll definitely plan to see it the next time we go to Vegas. Be well, brother.
If you'd like to leave a message for Jim, head over to jimbreuer.com.
Now, listen, for everyone looking, this is not what it's going to look like. We're talking about either a green screen. So I don't want anyone going, what's up with the, I'm going to be dead honest with you. I could try to pretend, but I'm going to be dead honest with you. I got up here. I got things to do, man. Not that you're not important, but I still got a wife, still got daughters. So I keep trying. I'm not decorating. I'm not decorating. It's not what I'm doing. So not until we did this test run, I noticed there was a wall here. Now you don't understand. I had a friend over, and it's like this is his space. He's going, what about this picture? And he puts a picture of like a barn and a red glossy. What is that? I don't even know like what it. But when we put it up there, we're like, oh, it's not American, right? Oh, you get the red and white, and blue, and the colors look good. I get all jacked up. Um, this is not staying. Okay, so don't make comments. Don't sit. Why would you waste your energy to go? You know what? I can't believe he put freaking that backdrop. I'm gonna email him today. Dude, stop. It's gonna change. I already hear your comments. I can feel them. Now the long live paint, yeah, it's a little subliminal. I want someone to go, what does that mean? Long live paint. And what does it do? It drives you to the bit. Or you just sit there and go, that's the dumbest thing I've ever. And literally I put that up 30 seconds before we started. And I wasn't right. And I was like, Mike, is this cool? Am I being a dick for like you said?
Nah. Dude, everybody always says long live paint. It's look in your comment section, long live paint.
I know.
And like you said, the people who
And for the record, the LaCroix that I'm drinking on my life, I'm not getting a penny from them. I'm not trying to advertise them. I just enjoy these things. Now, there'll be people going, they should give you X amount of dollars. I believe in, can we start doing things? And I'm not saying everything's for free, but once in a while, just do things because you actually like it instead of wanting to get money for liking something. I like LaCroix. Free advertising just for you. Take it. Take it. If you feel like giving me some and you make some cash, that's up to you. But I'm just being dead honest with you. I just like them. That's it. That was way too long talking about them. Because now in my head, I'm like, did you see that Breuer clip where he was talking about us? I say we take that and sell. He said we don't have to give him nothing. We're going to make billions of dollars.
Katie's going to get an email now from LaCroix people.
Right. But then LaCroix would look like a dick if they did do that. And then people are like, dude, they stole it. They'd even, wow, that's not cool. That's not cool. The Boots on the Sand, that's the benefit concert for the hurricane. And I thought it'd be cool. It's just a little reminder that Maui, Fort Myers, Southwest Florida, whoever, what other catastrophe where people are still don't know about it. Maybe you go to the roots of instead of going to the big companies, the Boots on the Sand, and just the reminders like, hey, there's still things going on. There's hurricanes, and we all know that's from climate change. This climate change is an issue, and we need $1 billion more to help prevent more climate change. How many years have they been funding? How many years do you need? How much money do you need if you still haven't figured it out? So if it's getting worse, that means you suck at your job and you've been collecting billions of dollars to learn the science of the weather and blah, blah, blah. And now everyone's crying. It's like climate change. You see what the climate change did in Maui? No one buys that's climate change except for the cockatoos staring at the camera going, climate change, climate change. We have to do something. Stop. If you just take common sense, if someone asked you over and over and over again for money, and every time you say, what is it for? You go, it's to save is to save the island and to help with the environment. And you go, okay. And this goes on for 50, 60 years, and you're making billions of dollars, and you still haven't fixed it. And yet it's getting worse, and you still want, like, what do you have a solution? No. Anyway, that's called a tangent. And I apologize for whoever was in the middle listening and said, what is he talking about? What just happened? He was thanking Mike. He's talking about the studio. He mentioned Russ, and now he's on climate change. How fun is the sound of this mic? I feel like a child.
Dude, I love it. I absolutely love it.
It sounds cool, right?
No, it sounds so good.
See, now that was what I was, Mike, that's what I was waiting for. I was waiting the whole time. See, there's your giddiness. That's the giddy. The first time I turned the mic on, Mike's like, there, that's a left.
Yeah, man.
You're like, oh man, this is exciting. Dude,
That's good shit.
this is exciting.
Yeah, no, I'm pumped. So pumped.
We're gonna do very good.
And dude,
Yeah,
and I got a
we're gonna
94 on my diving exam.
You did?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So
Tomorrow's
for those you don't
tomorrow's
know,
the first class day.
okay. So for those you don't know, Mike, the sound guy, Mike, the sound guy, just learned how to scuba dive because he's a Floridian, and he just aced. You aced it.
I mean, I got a 94, but yeah, it's pretty.
That's
damn-
acing
yeah,
it. I got a 66. Whatever it is, just to get by. That's where I was like, if this is home plate, we had to go to replay. I just made it.
Yeah,
So
75 was passing.
okay, then I got a 76. But you crushed it. So now what do? So you passed that, but now you have to go in the water and do the test there, right?
Yeah, tomorrow. Well, this will be coming out Friday. So yesterday, Thursday, I will have gone to class. Today, I will be in the pool, and then this weekend, I do the 2 spring dives.
I can't. You got to tell me how the spring drive, because people don't know they have these natural springs down here in Florida that are like, they're stunning. They're crystal clear. It's like going in a pool. Are you going to bring a GoPro or anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask the dive master if I can bring it, if he doesn't mind.
Will you share that on here?
Absolutely.
Oh my God. All right. So let me ask you this. After this dive, you go down to spring water. I'll wait till you're done. But if you had to guess, what would be your next, like, now I got to dive and see XYZ?
Probably the Keys. I mean, everybody keeps talking about the Keys. You've talked about it. Multiple people who I've told I'm doing this have said, "Oh, you got to go to the Keys." So that would be the next spot.
So I'm going for my advanced. So the advanced, dude, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm nervous. I don't like studying at all. I gotta pass it next Wednesday. We gotta get by the class, and then we have to do 2 dives, and one's like I think a night dive. Freaks me out.
Oof.
Night dives, yeah, freaks me out. So, but my wife's like, "Oh my God, it's gonna be great." She's like, don't be scared. I'm like, "Yeah, it's pitch black in the water. Not a fan."
And you're going deeper too, right?
We're going deeper, so
Oof.
that's exciting too. Because like if you want to see shipwrecks, you need that a little bit advanced. So, dude, I'm just excited for you. We're going diving together.
I'm ready, man. Well,
if you pass,
after this weekend,
I told you, we'll go to the Keys and we'll do a dive.
Hell yeah!
All right,
I'm all for it.
Excited for you.
Good shit.
Congrats, Mike.
Thank you.
All right, so boom, because of Mike, we have a new studio. We have a new sound. We have a new look, although this is not the official look. And I want to say hello to everyone that's new. And I want to say everyone that's been a diehard listener. I see you on the road. We talk to each other. We message each other on Instagram. And you guys have no clue. You know what I don't like when people say, "Oh, I'm just a regular guy," or Hey, man, it's really great. You got a voice. You have a voice. You have a voice. You know, here's the thing. It doesn't matter. Like if you're in a pond, right? You take a rock. There's big voices when you throw that rock. It goes bloop and makes big ripples. But you know how powerful the other rocks, the little tiny ones, bloop, it still makes a ripple. So don't ever underestimate your voice, ever. Even if it's who delivers your mail, if it's the one neighbor, if it's your sister, whatever. Those little, they're huge impacts. So I want to thank you. And when you send me certain messages that are uplifting and inspiring, and you're also you guys are often, you give me advice. I listen to it. So thank you. You've had tremendous impact. We actually are going to go somewhere today, but I'm excited about I'm excited about our new venture. So real quick date. We have some dates coming up, tour dates. All right. So let me explain True Brew show only, September 16th. September 16th is Sarasota, Florida. So Saturday, and this is cool because I have to say this was Joe Sibbs. Look, do we have Joe Sib? Can we get Joe Sib? Yeah, Joe is like,
What up, bro?
hey, what's up, Joe?
What up, dude?
So
How are you?
good, man. We're in the new studio. We have we look decent. A little goofy background, but we're working on it. But besides that, sound is better, so that's good.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Hey,
Dude, look, yeah, you're back in the loft, like when you and Dee got first married. You remember, and you had to live above the people. You're back in that situation.
oh my God, I forgot about that. You're right. Oh my
Except
God.
it's a millionaire's house now.
You're right. I forgot the days of like, don't make any noise going up the stairs.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God,
Wake up. Yeah.
that's funny.
Well, so check it out. I was telling everyone True Brew weekend. So I was explaining to them that September 16th is just stand-up. Actually, it's podcast.
Yeah.
Stand-up show.
Shaka,
and Q&A.
Yeah.
Now, now if you go on it for the weekend, then you can see all these other things. Like we're going to do the silent disco. We're going to do the Sunday morning thing. And dude, they got a Fat Jimmy setup area for food.
Dude, did you see what they're having for Fat Jimmy?
Yeah.
Dude,
they do like
Katie
wings.
Yeah, dude, Katie called me. She's like, I just hung out with Breuer. We're going to do a Fat Jimmy. I go, all right, I'll tell you the two items. Fuck, you got to have the pretzels and chicken wings. And he's stoked.
You want to talk to me about merch real quick?
We got the Breuniverse shirt. We got,
Whoa. I'm on Jim Breuer, red, white, and blue. Bro, I like that.
There you go.
Ride the
man.
laughter.
Yep.
Ride the laughter. Okay.
There you go.
He's like, I saw the female shirts at a gig. Breuniverse, I like that.
And those are selling well right now.
Really?
People are and I'm stoked that we finally got a nice women's shirt that that everyone digs. You know what I'm saying? Like it's we needed that for a while, and
we did.
And now you know what I'm saying? Because it was like people were like I felt bad when a woman would cruise up and they would be like, hey, can we get a shirt? Can we get a shirt? And I'd be like, I only had to offer them,
I have a medium, looks like a rock star.
Yeah. One. Okay, cool. So I can have a shirt that's way too big for me. Okay. So yeah, we got all of that now. And then if you go into, and then obviously if you keep going down, you see the Brew Crew shirt. We got all that. You got your koozie in there. What else do we got here? And then
is that for True Brew weekend only?
No, the koozie's in there as well. The koozie's in there. If you go to our catalog, Mike.
Brew Crew.
there you go. You got the Brew Crew. You got the Brew Crew koozies that we have at the show. You got all of that right there.
Okay.
And then, dude, check it out.
Now,
Mike, go all the way
this
down to
is
the
what I was
bottom.
excited to put out. Finally,
I
your
know.
shirt.
Dude, you designed that.
I like this though, and you guys let me know. I like this a lot, but I want everyone to know. No, go back on the shirt, and trust me. Yes, are we selling shirts? Yes, but at the end of the day, you don't understand. Joe makes me laugh so freaking hard when we're just hanging out. Can I please the word wedge? First of all, I've never heard wedge. I'm from the East Coast. Like what is wedge? So, and the way I find out about the word wedge is one of the most tragic days in Joe's life, right? One of the saddest days. Okay. So we're in Las Vegas. We're doing a show at South Point, and we're at that place in South Point. What's that restaurant? Doesn't matter, Michael's or whatever. It's one of my favorite all-time restaurants. I'm not even lying.
Yeah, it's a great Italian joint.
No. The steak
Oh, you mean
joint.
the martini place?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're in there. Now, before the show ends, I'm working things out. For the special Somebody Had to Say It. And, I'm not going to lie to you. A lot of it would come out angry. A lot of it would come out aggressive before I started really working on it harder and stuff. And Sib was you were such a huge help. You're like, dude, it'd be great to hear, like, they want to hear good shit. Like, Jim's uplifting. He's cool. He's funny. And I'm like, no, you're right.
No,
So
the
with
exact
that
thing I
said,
said to you was, I go, dude, I get which direction you're going in, but you and honestly, because all of us, a lot of us felt this way. You were pissed, and you were like, and
yes.
I knew you, and I always know when you're pissed when I can hear your breath in between bits.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
No, like when you go like I know, no. I was saying like when you're doing stand up, you're like you don't hear breath, but when I hear you go, and then I walked into the store, and I was just, and I'm like, dude. And I'm like, bro, like this isn't a rally, it's a comedy show, and I remember you're like, okay. And I remember because I have, you got to remember, I have all the board tapes, so I had to send them to Mike, and I'd be like, dude, he's breathing so hard right now.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Is there any chance? Oh God, it's on my eye. Is there any chance we can find any of that footage that you're talking about, or listening to that, or find that audio? If that was really there, which I totally believe, if we can find any of those gigs where I was like pissed, but I was trying not to be pissed, but I couldn't help myself.
Yeah, and that's what it was. Yeah,
I couldn't help myself. I'm like, I'm gonna be a good guy, but you're telling me to put on a mask. Are you really not? I'm just like, that's cool. I'm gonna be funny and entertaining. So
I gotta look for it, but
it would be amazing.
Yeah, that night though, and it was because
So let me get back to this. So I did good for a really long time, and for some reason, I'm doing a show, and the pissed off Jim came out, and I was mad at myself. I don't like if I feel like I disappointed myself, because then I feel like I disappointed the audience, and I don't enjoy that feeling. So I go back, and Joe says to me, hey, can I just, I know you're busy and you're running around, you want to go to bed early. Is there any way I can have maybe 15 minutes of your time? Like maybe we have and I was so pissed. Like I wasn't pissed. I was foaming at the mouth. If I wasn't mature and I wasn't I would have grabbed your shirt, or I would have shoved, the dick in me really wanted to come out. And I realized there's still a dick in me deep inside. And I said to Joe, I'm like, yeah, but not long, right? I said something like that. Yeah, but not long. I was a dick. Yeah, but not long. Okay. And so I'm waiting. Now in my head, I'm going, this fucking guy, he's going to tell me about my show and how I was angry, but I already know the angry. And this is what my wife does to me sometimes. It pisses me off. Like I know what my mistakes are. I realize the mistake. I don't need to hear you, and don't ask me why, because I don't know. That's why I'm working it out. So all these emotions are going through me. And this is what I'm trying to restrain. And Joe comes in, we have a martini, and I turn to Joe. I turn to him. Think about this. Like I square off. Right now I'm facing the bartender. I get the thing, I square off. And I'm like, is this good or bad? Right?
Yeah, I
And
totally remember it.
Joe goes, it's bad. I'm gonna kill this guy. I'm really. This is it. Our friendship may end right here. Our friendship may end right here. Because I'm gonna say something really stupid to it. I'm not.
Yeah, you were bummed. You were super bummed. You're all, oh, it's bad? How bad is it? That's what you said. I
I
go,
said,
oh,
how
it's
bad is
really
it?
bad.
And you went, yeah, you said, it's really bad. And the selfish, horrible, judgmental side of me goes, is this about my act? And Joe looks me in the face and he goes, no, my mother died today.
Yeah.
Are you, yeah, no, man, I'm serious. She was a good person, man. You know, she loved you. She loved you. She loved you. She was asking about today. Today I called my mom and I was like, hey, mom, I just talked to her, dude. I talked to her today. She was walking. I said, how you doing? She felt great. And then, yeah. So right before the
Yeah,
show,
remember
right before you went on,
yeah, you remember Kels was out there with us and
we went hiking. We went hiking.
Yeah, we went to like the Hoover Dam or some dam or something. Or no, we went to that Lake Havasu. And
Yes.
I remember I
No, it's
talked to my mom.
Lake Mead.
Yeah, Lake Mead. And I remember I
Yeah,
talked to my mom because I was one of those dudes that like I have been calling my mom because I've been, in bands and on the road since I was probably 15. And she was totally used to me calling her 2 a.m, 3 a.m. And she'd always, hi, where are you? And she'd have like King of Queens on in the background, or she'd fall asleep to like
Right.
Andy Griffith. Like she had all those like Nick at Night television shows. Those were like, that was like her thing, Golden Girls, and just sleep all night with those shows on in the background. And of course we would talk about an episode. And then, if I was driving, she'd stay with me up in the car. Who are you out on the road with? Oh, how was that? And she knew everyone. But that was the thing that I talked to her on Saturday night, and then, all right, man, got home from the show in Vegas. Sunday morning, I woke up, and for some reason, I had already talked to her Saturday night, but I was like, you know what, I'll give her a call, and I called her around, 10 a.m. I was like, what's up? She's like, hey, how's it going? What do you, how, I'm all, hey, I'm gonna head to, go to Lake Mead or something with Breuer. Oh, that's great. Okay, cool. And I said, I'll call you after the show tonight because I'm flying home, tomorrow morning. So I'll call you after our Sunday night show. We got one more. And she's like, okay, cool. Love you.
Yeah.
I said, all right, love you too. And I remember we went for the walk, and then we came back to the hotel. And I remember usually I go up to my room, but for some reason, I don't know, I kept walking by this like seafood place, and it was like, get oysters and beer. And when something says something to you so much, I'm like, yeah, that would be good right now. Oysters and beer. So I went over there, had some oysters, 2 beers, and that was at like 4:30, 5 o'clock. And then I got to the room. Show was at 7. I jumped in the shower, and when I got out, I was like, why is my phone out of control? And then, you just know, it was like,
oh yeah, man.
10 missed calls from my sister, and I'm like, and when I picked it up, she's just like, ah! And I'm like, oh, and I just knew. And I remember I was just like, oh, great. And then I called my dad, and I'll let you pick it up from here.
So he calls he calls his dad. Now before the show, you gotta understand something. Sib is looking at me. He already knows what's going down. I have no clue. And right before he walks on stage, he brings his mom up to me. He goes, dude, I'm gonna cry. shit. The more as I reflect on this, oh my God. Oof. He goes, hold on a second. Hold on. I can't get emotional. Okay. Sid goes, hey, my mom really loves you. I said, oh, okay. Now, I'm like getting ready. Joe's getting ready for the show. I went, oh, good. How's she doing? Yeah. She, whenever she asked me, where are you? And I say, I'm with Jim. And she went, oh, tell Jim I said hello. I love when you're with you. She loves you. And I'm like, okay, Joe. Cool. Give her a hug for me. But he had that look in his eye. You already had that look in your eye, and I didn't get it. So here we are having a martini, and he says, yeah, my mom died. So now he's totally traumatized. And I'm watching a man in shock. And he's going to the bartender. He's going, hey, let's have a martini. You too, my mom would like that. My mom would. It's just so weird. I just talked to her, and yeah, she was. Oh my God, I remember one time, Jim,
Yeah.
and it was St. Patrick's Day, and and I'm just watching him, going, okay, just let him talk, just let him go, and then Joe goes, dude, I call my dad. I call my dad, and my dad picks up. He's like, I'm crying. I just heard about I'm like, oh my God, I'm crying, and I go,
And
Dad.
he knew before anybody, because my sister called him. So when right away, when I'm like, he's my first phone call. I'm like, holy,
So
what the hell?
Can you take it? Because I don't want to ruin it. I
Oh,
don't want to do it
no,
wrong.
I'll take
Be
it.
in that moment. Be in that
No,
moment.
so here's the deal. So, as Jim knows, and anyone that knows me, my dad and I are like, we talk every day, very similar to my mom and I. They haven't been married for 40 years or whatever, but I talk to both of them all the time. So at this point, I call my dad right away. And the first thing he goes, Joe. And I go, Dad. And he's like, I'm so sorry. And he's in the moment. And he's all, I just want you to know that. And I'm like, Dad. And I hear this in the background here. And I'm all, Dad. He's like, your mom really, and I'm like, dude, are you wedging cereal right now? He's like, Joe, I am just as hurt by this as you. And I go, Dad. And I remember I had to have clarity. I'm like, Dad, finish the bowl of cereal, and then I'm going to call you back. Because I was like, he was like, Joe, I'm sorry. but it was like wedging this bowl of granola, and I could just hear, your mother, she always, she knows. Now, tonight when you get to the show, it's best not to tell Jim, just you got to do the show and just don't bring it up. And then afterwards you can talk about it. And I was like, all right, I'm going to call you right back. And I remember I was annoyed, but I was also like, okay, that's so my dad. He loves cereal. And I don't know, maybe that was his comfort moment of going through what we were all going through. But yeah, there was that moment where I was just like, I said to my dad, dude, are you wedging cereal right now? And he's
you do what he said. You're like, dude, are you seriously wedging right now?
That's what I said. Are you seriously wedging right now? And
yeah, so good. So
then when I told Jim,
yeah, good.
So when I tell Jim, we're at the bar, and I'm telling him that, and he's like, I remember you're all wedging, and I'm like, yeah, and he's like, what do you mean? What do you mean by wedging? And I'm like, eating, dude, like eating. You're eating a bowl of cereal, you're wedging a bowl of cereal, you're wedging a burger, you're wedging a burrito, you're wedging chips and salsa. And he's like, and then you just started laughing. You're like, I've never heard that before.
No, but you broke. So in that moment, Joe, even though he's in shock, he's in total shock.
Oh, totally.
I'm in shock at what I just heard. And yet, when you said that wedging thing, it made me laugh so hard. And it was kind of a guilty laugh. I'm like, should I be laughing? So that is why it's not just because it's your word or California word. It's when I think of wedge, it brings me back to that moment. So that's why I was like, dude, I need a wedge in there.
Yeah.
I need almost everything you say. I have a thought. So this was a long advertising, but it's just an honest one.
And
We have a new
thank you
Sib
for
shirt.
coming up. Thank you for coming up with the idea, and I hope that the people that pick one up, I'm honored if anyone buys one. And we did a limited run, so they're there. The best part was today, Jim, was I spoke to Evan and Mike were on a text today, and they didn't know about the shirt until today. And Evan was like, "I love this shirt." He's all,
I do too.
He goes, and then this is the best part. Evan said, he goes,
"Wait, what did he say?"
Evan, this is the best part. Evan goes, "I love this shirt. Every time I talk to you on the phone, you use all those words on each phone call."
You do. I love it, but I have one that's missing.
Okay. Wait, one more word?
Yes, that's missing.
Okay. On the next pressing, we'll put that word on. What is the word? Tell me the word.
It's got to be capital letters on the bottom. And it could be its own shirt too.
Okay.
This is what he says late.
Late.
And at first, and I'm not going to lie to you, at first it annoyed me. I'm being dead honest with
you. Did it really?
Yes. At first it was like late, dude. I don't like that one. I don't like late. And then the more I kept hearing it, the more I respected that it was such a Joe Sib. Dude, that's you. If our phone calls don't end with you just go, and I go, all right, man, talk to you soon. You go, late. And you do it like 3 times, depending on the goodbye. You're like either late or like late.
Late. Okay, late. No. It's always this. Okay, no. I'll be right down there. It's always like lobby call. Dude, where are you? No. I'm down there. Okay, late. No. Okay, I'll bring that. Okay, late. Wait, do you need the camera? Okay, cool. Late. Yeah.
But that's the word. That's
the word. My God.
Something.
All right, we'll put that on there next time. We'll put that on next one. Okay. All right, dude. I'll see you.
Thank you.
I'll be seeing you Brew Crew weekend. And Mike's gonna be there too.
Mike is there. The kid's gonna be there. Katie asked me who the kid was today. And I had explained who the kid was.
The kid's coming. I forgot.
The kid's coming. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Patreon crew is hopped up. Yes, this is the crew.
Oh my God. I can't wait for the Patreon people to meet him, and all the kid does is just smile. No words. Just that big kid smile. I love when he does that.
Yes. Now you don't have to be a patron to go to the True Brew weekend, by the way. That's open to everybody. However, the Patreon crew is super stoked to meet like you. Some of them haven't met you yet. I think most have probably. I don't know. We'll see.
Dude, everyone gets to meet Mike. No one's met Mike.
No one met Mike. No one met Shaka. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun.
It's gonna be rad.
Yeah. All right, you guys be safe. All right, later, taters.
Later.
Thank you, Joe.
Late.
Don't you think that's a word he should have, Mike?
Absolutely.
Right? He always says that. Late.
He's got me saying it now when I get off the phone with him. I'm like, all right, dude, late.
That's when I hang out with Sib, it's like seeing the comedian Brian Regan. If anyone's ever seen Brian Regan, first of all, if you haven't seen Brian Regan, I think that's breaking the law. I think that's breaking the comedy law. When I first started out, I would go see Brian Regan, and he would get on stage, and every comedian, whether you were open micer, no matter who you were, you lined up in the back to watch Brian Regan, and he would take one premise and go so far over the top. We'd all howl, but there'd be a million Brian Regans hopping over stagers everywhere. I would just talk like, I'm from New York. I'm from New York. There was nothing you could do about it. And it was awesome. He's still one of my all-time favorites, Brian Regan. But Sib, he's another one. When you finished hanging out with him, my wife gets, I should have told Joe this, but my wife gets annoyed with me if I hang out with Sib too long because everything's dude out of my mouth. You could tell if I've been hanging out with Sib. It takes about 4 days for him to wear off. I'll come home and to everyone I talk to, all right, dude. Oh, dude, I tell you, dude. He's a good guy though, man. So I like giving credit where credit's due. He's helped out my life tremendously. Now, if you just listen, I said this beginning of the show. I'm going to say it again. I don't want to hear any comments about the background. I don't want to hear, unless you got suggestions. I don't want to hear the comments. I don't read them. And if they're negative, I don't read them. Depends how negative they are. So we're going to work on that. So here we are. Now, you know what I'm super excited about too? We're talking with a real producer, Mike. Did you know that?
You mentioned something about that, like a segment producer or something.
I had an incredible conversation today that I'm super stoked about. And we went through so many ideas and segments that I've been dying to do. And I don't know if some of these things are like filmed like a documentary and we show them as parts on the show. I don't know if it's just a green screen. And so I didn't know how to unload all these ideas. And as you can see, I mean, I can't even decorate behind me. So what do you think? I'm going to be like, okay, so she seemed exceptionally encouraging. We touched on a lot of the from every angle. Cause like I said, I like that people love I love the bunker. I love everything we do, but I want to start really getting more creative and ideas and long-term shows and involve more fans, bringing them on. So, and she got it. She seemed to get it. So, which excites me. I hope this is the beginning of all of us connecting a lot deeper. I really do. I want to start having like neighborhood challenges and bringing neighbors in, and we have to start building ourselves little communities out of love, out of just the real concern of humanity, without thinking it's a liberal, without thinking they're conservative, without thinking they're an extremist, without thinking all the words that were manufactured that are shoved down your throat 24/7. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. It feels great. It feels great. The less you give in, the less they control. It feels great. I love you guys, man. I look forward to more Brewer Unleashed. Oh, Jesus. Do you realize what I just said? We're not Brewer Unleashed. We're the Breuniverse. My old show used to be Brewer Unleashed, but not anymore. The Breuniverse. Hey, Mike, I'm glad I'm on this journey with you. I'm super stoked about this. And, you know, each week we're different. I'm figuring out. I want to say thank you to Uncle Kenny. You know exactly who you are.
Uncle Kenny.
You know Uncle Kenny?
He messages me on Instagram all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to thank Uncle Kenny. He's been an incredible impact. I'll just say that. And the many other people in my life, including you. So I want to thank you. You can see us everywhere, you know, YouTube, Rumble, and on everywhere else. We got little clips on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Does Twitter exist anymore? I don't know.
I don't know. It's X now, I think.
It's X. The X. Whatever it is. Thanks for checking out the Breuniverse. I appreciate it. If you want to reach out, you go to jimbrewer.com for all comedy dates. You go to jimbrewer.com. You can give stuff to Mike, the sound guy. He's on there. Any other contact, go through there. And I'm going to announce a tour for next year. That'll probably come around December time. I'll keep you guys informed with that. Super stoked about that one. Thank you, Joe Sib, for coming on today. Sharing his wedge story as we got a new. I like that shirt. right? I like that shirt.
Oh,
I
I'm
think he needs
grabbing
a-
one in Sarasota.
Yeah, I
Totally
want
grabbing
to. Well, it's weird if I buy one because we share the same money. But yeah, I'm going to buy someone. I really like that shirt. I think he needs a hat too, like Sib. But late. Anyway, thank you, Joe Sib. Thank all of you because you're the ones that inspired me. And thanks to my life, to my wife, my daughters, and everyone around me that makes an impact, and everyone around you that makes an impact. Go be an impact. Love you guys, man. Thank you. We'll see you next time in the Breuniverse. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, man.
Late.
If you'd like to see this episode uncut and uncensored, head on over to my Patreon page at jimbrewer.com/Patreon and check out what we can't show on YouTube.
Hey, this is Jim Breuer, and I got my own Patreon page, and hopefully you'll check it out. Live comedy concert streamed once a month. Weekly, you host your own podcast, and you interview me. Early access to the Breuniverse podcast every single week, and have bonus footage and bonus segments. I promise you I'm not going to let you down. Go check out my official Jim Breuer Patreon page, and I'll see you there.